Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? Working hard, staying busy, moving through your routines? Yet deep down, something feels off? Like you're stuck in invisible quicksand? You're moving, but not forward. You're trying, but not transforming. It's a quiet, frustrating feeling. The sense that your life is on loop, replaying the same days with slightly different details. That's not laziness. That's not failure. That's the silent trap that's killing your growth. This trap doesn't announce itself. It doesn't come with warning signs or alarms. It hides in your comfort, your habits, your familiar patterns. It lives in the phrases you whisper to yourself. I'll start tomorrow. This is fine for now. I just need to rest a bit longer. It disguises itself as safety when in truth, it's the slow decay of your potential. Here's what makes it dangerous. It feels good. The comfort of routine, of certainty, of predictability. It soothes the chaos of life. Your brain loves it because it doesn't have to burn energy solving new problems. Every time you stay where you are instead of stepping into the unknown, your brain rewards you with a small dose of relief. It tells you, good. We're safe here, but safety and growth cannot exist in the same space. What keeps you comfortable today is the same thing that will quietly destroy your confidence tomorrow. The silent trap begins the moment you trade challenge for ease. Maybe you used to dream big, to write, to build, to create, to explore. But slowly, you started to choose convenience over courage. You stopped asking what if and started saying maybe later. The dreams didn't die overnight. They faded like colors left too long in the sun until one day you woke up and realized you weren't chasing anything anymore. You were just maintaining. What's scary is that the people around you might even praise this version of you. They'll call it stability. They'll say, you've got everything together. But deep inside, you'll feel that quiet pulse of restlessness. That whisper reminding you that you were meant for more. Growth doesn't disappear because you've outgrown your dreams. It disappears because you've stopped stretching toward them. And then there's the subtle fear, the one you don't talk about. The fear that maybe you've missed your chance, that you've waited too long. That change is harder now, that you're too old, too busy, too far behind. But that's another part of the trap. The belief that growth is something you either have or don't. Growth isn't an age or a phase, it's a decision. The moment you choose discomfort over stagnation, you've already begun breaking free. You might think the trap is failure. It's not. Failure hurts, but it teaches. Failure means you tried. The real danger is comfort disguised as success. When you stop failing because you've stopped trying new things altogether. When every day becomes predictable enough to feel safe, but dull enough to drain your spirit. Your brain will fight against growth because growth feels like danger. It activates the same stress responses your ancestors felt when stepping into the wilderness. But unlike them, your survival isn't threatened by a wild animal. It's threatened by a quiet, invisible kind of decay. The kind that happens when your potential stays buried, when your talents go unused, when your courage grows weaker from lack of use. And the longer you stay in that state, the more your world shrinks. You begin to fear things you once found exciting. You overthink opportunities that could have changed everything. You start convincing yourself you're not ready, not capable, not the kind of person who does big things. That's how the trap tightens. Not with pain, but with comfort. It makes you forget that growth has always been uncomfortable and that every version of you that came before had to break through fear to exist. But here's the truth most people miss. You don't need to burn your life down to escape this trap. You just need to start doing small things that scare you again. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, It's to move with it. Fear isn't a stop sign, it's a compass. It points directly to the places where growth lives. The only reason it feels uncomfortable is because your brain is adapting, stretching beyond the limits it built to protect you. Every time you take a small risk, speak up when it's easier to stay silent, try something new even if you might fail, choose effort over ease, you're weakening the trap. You're telling your brain, this is who I am now. I grow, I try, I evolve, and something shifts. The fear doesn't disappear, but it starts to coexist with confidence. The more you act, the more that confidence grows. Like, not because you've suddenly become fearless, but because you've proven to yourself that you can survive discomfort. The silent trap thrives on hesitation. It feeds on delay. The longer you wait to act, the louder the doubt becomes. But the moment you move, even slightly, the illusion begins to crack. That's when growth rushes back in. That's when you remember who you are beneath the layers of safety and self-doubt. So, if you've been feeling stuck lately, like your life is repeating itself, like your energy's fading, don't mistake it for failure. See it as a signal. It means the trap is working. It means your comfort has outgrown its usefulness. And it means you're being called to something bigger. You don't need to have a perfect plan. You just need to start. To do one small thing today that stretches you. That's how growth begins again. Quietly, one choice at a time, in defiance of the part of you that wants to stay safe. Because comfort may feel like peace, but over time it becomes a prison. Growth may feel like chaos, but it's the kind that builds you into someone stronger, wiser, and more alive. So stop mistaking the calm of comfort for happiness. The stillness you feel isn't peace. It's potential waiting to be used. And if you listen closely, beneath the noise of your routine, you'll hear it. That faint voice that says, you're meant for more. That's not delusion. That's truth. That's your growth calling you from the other side of fear. Don't let the silent trap win. Step forward, even if it's shaky. Because the life you want, the one where you feel proud, alive, and expanding, will never exist inside the walls of your comfort. It's waiting outside, quietly for you to choose it.